All right. Stream is up and running. Today is day 42. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. Actually, today's February 11th, but it's day 42 of the year of streaming and learning to code. 42, our friendly friend, the number 42, right? Tons of fun. We get to continue on with Python. Also, February 11th, with it being day 42, I kind of fixated on the date. I realized halfway through, not the year, but for Steven, of being 26. Yep. 6 months of being me at this age. Fascinating. I don't think, normally I don't keep track of that. I did make a mental note of that a long time ago, trying to figure out what the 6-month point is for my birthday. Today's that day. So yeah, tons of fun. But back to 42 and Python. I mean, today will be about Python, but in the meantime, side note, when you throw in, for my ramblings, you throw in, life, into Google, although this is Chrome, so search bar is Google. The answer to life, the universe, and everything. Yep. Ta-da, the calculator comes up with the answer 42. I'm sure others may have known that, but for those who don't, it's a thing. We have the answer. All we need now is the question. Yeah, because that's not a question. That's a statement. That's the answer. But we digress from our Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy reference part of today and onwards to Python. I just thought that was fun. Day 42. Not going to come around for a while, actually, ever again, for this journey. Okay, where did we leave off? We left off with date and time. That's right, we did the whole string stuff last night. We learned syntax, did the tip calculator. Now we finished strings and console output, and now we've got date and time. If this is a shorter set, I'm not sure if this is going to be the only section, since it is part 2 of section 2. If it's short, then we'll continue on to section 3, conditionals and control flow. This 2 also has 2, so it's either going to be 1 section, 2, or potentially 3. Kind of depends on how this all works out. But we did get a much earlier start today than yesterday. Last night we didn't start streaming until like 11:30 at night, so meh. How many in this section? See, this is only 6. This is short, so I'm definitely thinking we're at least going to do 2, unless something pops up between now and the end of section 6. You know, little kitty attacks us or something fun like that. Okay. Learning. Actually, they don't even have, it doesn't even say, used to say learn, and then in Swell it does say instructions here, but used to have learn. Now it's just the title. How boring is that? The date time library. A lot of the times you want to keep track of when something happens. We can do so in Python using date time. Here we'll use date time to print the date and time in a nice format. Click Save and Submit. From date and time, import date time. Section 1 down. All it did was print none. Okay, now we actually get to do it. That was just an instructional briefing. Okay, there we go. Here we go. Getting the current date and time. We can use a function called datetime.now to retrieve the current date and time. From datetime import datetime, print datetime.now. The first line imports the datetime library so we can use it. The second line will print out the current date and time. 1. Create a variable called now and store the result of datetime now in it. 2. Then print the value of now. All right, so we're going to do 2 variable now equals datetime.now parentheses and print, which this is a variable, not a string, so we don't need the quotes, fingers crossed, enter. Aha, look at that, success. 0, 12, 57, wow, super specific. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6.6 decimals after the, yeah, wow, good, nice, very thorough. All right, extracting information. Notice how the output looks in 2013, 11, 25. 23, 45, 14.31, blah, blah, blah. What if you don't want the entire date and time? From datetime import datetime now equals datetime now. Current year equals now dot year. Current month equals now dot month. Current day equals now dot day. You already have the first 2 lines. In the third line, we take the year and only the year from the variable now and store it in the current year. In the fourth line and fifth line, we store the month and day from now. Instructions. On a new line, print now.year. Make sure you do it after setting the now variable. Then print month out now.month. Finally print out now.day. I wonder if I keep updating the same print log or if they want 3 prints. Also, on a new line, print now.year. Make sure you do it after setting the now variable. We've already set the now variable. I think they mean just place it below line 2, below the variable. Don't put it up here. And we're just going to confuse the hell out of it. So let's do 3. Before we tack on any more fun, drop in a dot, period, copy, 1, 2, 3. And we can do year. Is that okay? Wait, do I have to do current year, current month, and current day like this? On a new line, print now.year. Make sure you do it after setting the now variable. Are they talking about current year being... I don't think so. None of that lines up. Current underscore year equals now dot. I'm just going to go with this. We're going to try this, because in the end, this is what it needs to be anyways. You know? You know what I mean? Now dot year. Month. Just confusing myself, right? Baby steps. Got it right. Lucky guess. Year, month, day. Next. Hot date. What if we want to print today's date in the following format: month, day, year. Let's use string substitution again. From datetime import, now equals datetime.now, print percent hyphen s hyphen s, well, percents. You know what's going on. This is like yesterday's thing. And then we specify the variables with the percent, which would be now.year, now.month, now.day. We'll print like so. Although, are we doing, they have year, month, and day. They want month, day, year. So I think we're supposed to put it in a different order. Probably. Seems like it. Continuing on. Remember, the percent operator will fill the percents placeholders in the string on the left with the strings in the parentheses on the right. In the above example, we print 2014 -02 -19. If today is February 19th, 2014, so close, February 11th, 2017, but you are going to print out to 1904. In the example above, we print 2014 to 19. Today is February 19th, 2014, but you, us, I, me, are going to print out to 2014. Good. Print the current date in the form of month, day, year. 1. Change the string so that it uses a slash character between the percents placeholders instead of a hyphen character. Alright, so we're going to get all kinds of slashy and then rearrange the parameters to the right of the percent operator so that you print month, day, year. Okay. Oh, they've already given us the lovely, good. Good. So that doesn't need to change. This is what we will be modifying. So we don't need to write it out, we just need to modify it. Slash. Slash. And now we've got month, day, and then year. Beautiful, beautiful. And submit. Fingers crossed. Yeah, exactly. Look at that. Success. 2/12/2017. Why does it say it's the 12th? It is the 11th. It is the 11th at 4:19 and something seconds, right? It's their damn UTC time-based servers. Can't believe that. Today is February 11th. That is why we are celebrating 42 lines up with the halfway mark of my birthday, right? That's kind of interesting, mildly interesting. It's worthy of potential Reddit posting. Probably not, but you know, to each his own. Okay, pretty time. Nice work. Let's do the same for the hour, minute, and second. From datetime import, date time now blah, now dot hour, now dot minute, now dot second. In the above example, we just printed the current hour, then the current minute, then the current second. We can again use the variable now to print the time. Similar to the last exercise, print the current time in the pretty form of hours, minutes, seconds. Change the string that you are printing so you have a colon character between the percent placeholders. Change the three things you are printing from month, day, and year to hour, minute, and second. Coming up. Colon life. Hour. Wait, is it hours or HH or Now dot hour. Good. Singular, hour, not hours. Although I don't know if plural will work. Minute. We're not going to find out now. And second. Although now would be the perfect time to figure out, but we're not going to. So look at that. 0:22. Aha! It's finally confessed the time difference. So it's midnight, and it's 4 o'clock here, which means there's an 8-hour difference. You're telling me I have to post every day or code before 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time in California for me to be on the same page as Codecademy? Not cool. Not cool. I wake up at like 1:30. Can't believe this. Can you believe this, little kitty? No, she's asleep too, like a regular person who wakes up at 1:30 in the afternoon. Lots of people do it, trust me. I'm living the Twitch dream right now, alright? It's a regular work day. Okay. 6. Grand finale. Grand finale. We've managed to print the date and time separately in a very pretty fashion. Let's combine the... Is it really 4? It is 4. God, time flies by when you're having fun. Alright. Where did we leave off? Grand finale. We've managed to print the date and time separately in a very pretty fashion. Let's combine the two. From date time, import date time now equals datetime.now, print month, day, year, print hour, minute, second. The example above will print out the date, then on a separate line it will print out the time. Let's print them on the same line in a single print statement. Aha! How you like that? Print the date, time together in the form blah. Good. Flying. Noted. To start, change the format string to the left of the percent operator. Ensure that it has 6% placeholders. Put slashes and colons in the space between the placeholders so that they fit in the form above. Then change the variables in the parentheses to the right of the percent operator. Place the variables so that now month, day, and year are before hour, minute, second. Make sure that there's a parentheses before and before the 6 and a parentheses after them. Okay. Let's do this. We've got time, so we're gonna do copy you because we can. Drop you in. Nice bit of space. And we're gonna get slashy. Do. And now we will do. How do we want to drop this in? Now dot space comma. Now dot space comma. Now dot space comma. Cool. There we go. We're gonna do month, day, and year. Also, I just realized as we come to the end of this, what a great theme. Date and time, especially when celebrating day 42 and, you know, the 11th, the halfway birthmark. No? Okay, just more correlations that I'm making, not changing anybody's day. I'm the only one who finds that fascinating. Fair enough. Run, save, submit. Cool. Cool. Date and time. Yeah, that's my badge. All right. Closing. Close that out. Close that noise. Next. Okay. Up next, conditional and control flow. In this lesson, we'll learn how to create programs that generate different outcomes based on user input. I wonder why they only have one now instead of the recommended two. Maybe certain courses are locked. Maybe they unlocked like the first 25% of the course, first third. Now this is all that's left. So since there's no more variation, who knows? They're not going to cover that in this course, so don't worry about it. Overthinking, yet again. Well, this looks like a train wreck. Deaf clinic. Must be hard of hearing. No, not funny. Not funny. All right. Here we go. Go with the flow. Just like in real life, sometimes we like our code to be able to make decisions. The Python programs we've written so far have had one-track minds. They can add two numbers or print something, but they don't have the ability to pick one of these outcomes over the other. Control flow gives us the ability to choose among outcomes based off what else is happening in the program. Okay. Instructions. Check out the code in the editor. You see the type of program you'll be able to write once you've mastered control flow. Click the Save and Submit button to see what happens. Okay, so we will be creating some monstrosity like this with our what seems to be if-else statements, mostly. And save and submit, something happens. You've just entered the clinic. You take the door on the left. You've just entered the clinic. Do you take the door on the left, right? Type left or right and hit enter. Ooh, tough choice. We're gonna do left. If we just entered somewhere, because when you enter Legend of Zelda dungeon in the Legend of Zelda, let's say you enter from the 6 o'clock section. Usually I do a clean sweep from the left to right for doors open. If you've got a locked door immediately to the left, then you'd move to the next one. If that's open, you'd go into that area, room, chamber. Or if the first door is open on the left, go and get there. If there's no key, then you would pass the locked door, go on to the next area. I've found more often than not, surprisingly, doing a clean sweep from 6 o'clock clockwise, 7, 8, 9, around there, to whatever rooms you have available is a handy way to go, just as a general rule of thumb. Yeah, crazy person's choice, right? Good, good. All right, type left or right and hit enter. We are going left, enter. This is the verbal abuse room. You heap of parrot droppings. Good to know. Aren't you happy we chose left? That's fun. We can make, because what was it? Again, I had attempted Codecademy a couple years prior. And I learned HTML and CSS, and then they recommended starting to chip away at Java. And it was like creating your own game, and it was in the very beginning of the Java course. And I did some like 16, 20-hour code binge. And it was supposed to be like an 8, 9, 10-line game, coded game, but I ended up with like 80 or 100 lines of this multi-branch if-else monstrosity. Yeah. Good. We'll try to keep it within just a few codes like this, or a couple lines of code. All right. Also, I like the fact that it's within the browser. The JavaScript one, I use the alert prompt, so I'd kept getting new windows each time, which was fine. It gave you something to click. It was definitely more interactive than just text, but I think Python will provide a cleaner, better result. Oh, look at you. Oh, hey. No, you don't want to code. You just want a nap. Fair enough, little cat. Fair enough. All right, onwards. Onwards. How many are in this section? Holy. Good. Good. There's enough. That's how many there are. Okay. Compare closely. Let's start with the simplest aspect of control flow, comparators. There are 6. Equal to, not equal to, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. All right. Comparators check if a value is or is not equal to, greater than, or equal to, or less than or equal to another value. Note that equal compares whether two things are equal. Equal assigns a value to a variable. Two equals compares, one equals assigns. Pro tip, noted. Okay. Instructions. That is as low as it goes. Set each variable to true or false depending on what you think the result will be. For example, 1 less than 2 will be true because 1 is less than 2. Set bool 1 equal to the result of 17 less than 328. Set bool 2 equal to the result of 100 equals 2 times 50. Bool 3 equal to the result of 19 less than or equal to 19. Set bool 4 equal to the result of negative 22 is greater than or equal to negative 18. That one's slightly strange. I feel like it should be in the other direction. It's certainly more negative. Maybe they're just focusing at 0 alone. Getting further. Negative 22 is further away than negative 18. But compared to the rest of the positive numbers, it's a lesser value, right? Even to 0, it's less. Doesn't matter. That's what they want. That's what we'll give them. 2. What the deuce? What the deuce? Hold on. Hold the phone. 1. No. Can no one see that? This is 1. 2. I'm trying to highlight the numbers, but it won't let me highlight the numbers. And 3. And then it goes back to 1. See to the left of set 0, 1 should be 4. Something's up. So what's wrong with 5, which is apparently a 2 now? Set bool 5 equal to the result. Oh, they're showing us ones that will fail. That's what's going on. Set to true or false otherwise. Set to false if it's not, or set false if it's not. Okay, blah, 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 false otherwise. There's more to it. Good. Good. Okay, we did this one for you. Assign true or false as inappropriate on the lines below. What the deuce? Set each variable. Oh, I thought we were going to be coding all this nonsense. But I get to just think about it out loud and write true or false. Totally misinterpreted that. All right. So with that said, Set bool 1 equal to the result. Is 17 less than that? True. Alright. 100 is equal to 100. True. Again, I thought they were telling us to write this just like these, and it's supposed to equal true. I was like, if we run this, that's going to be false. That doesn't make sense. But we're supposed to just indicate true or false. Again, this is why you don't read too much into things, and why I'm really good at it, because I'm not supposed to do that. 19 is less than or equal to 19. Well, it is equal to. Doesn't have the less than part, but it does meet part of it. So, true. Negative 22 is greater than or equal to negative 18. No, not true. Falsies. Yeah. And 599 does not equal 99. Also, super duper false. And submit. Ta-da! Green check box. Compare. Close layer? What? What does that say? What is this in English? Close layer? God, that sounds weird. Where do they find these words? Who's in charge of the glossary and the terminology for coding? I mean, could they have chose more confusing words? I don't think so. Excellent. It looks like you're comfortable with basic expressions and comparators. But what about extreme expressions and comparators? Extreme? What? Let's run through the comparators again, but with more complex expressions. Set each variable to true or false, depending on what you think the result will be. Isn't this why we're typing in the code so the computer can tell us if it's true or false? That's the way I would go about it. But that's just me. Bool 1, set to the result of 20 minus 10, which would still be 10 is not greater than 15, so that's a lie. False. Yes, false. Good. Remember that star star can be read to the power of. What? Why are there 3 asterisks? Oh, there aren't 3 asterisks. 3 to 16 is about 43 million. Holy God. So, no. Remember that blank can be read as the power of. I'm gonna go with false for that. False. Because that's just 100. Thought it was multiplying. Got hooked on the asterisk. I was gonna say that was 170, but that's not true. This is just 27. Alright. False. 1 to the power of 2 is still 1. Less than or equal to negative 1, also false. Last one, the top 3 were false. No, the last one, the top 3 were true, bottom 2 were false. Shot in the dark, my lovely Zelda skill, Legend of Zelda skills. I'm gonna guess that the bottom, if the top 3 are false, that the bottom 2 are true. Shall we guess? 40 times 4, some abomination. Is that greater than negative 4? That is true. 100 does not equal, actually, 10 to the power of 2. 10 and 10? That's false. Because it does. We were wrong. I was wrong. Only Steven was wrong. Off by 1. How the tables have turned. Comparisons. Is that it? Yeah. Comparisons result in either true or false. I wanted to say companions. The companion guild in is that what it is? Pretty sure it's the companions in Skyrim, right? In Whiterun? Is that who I'm thinking of? The band of not important. Not important. How do I unhighlight that nonsense? All I can do is highlight more. There we go. How the tables have turned. Comparisons result in either true or false, which are booleans as we learned before in this exercise. Make me true. Bool 1 equals 3 less than 5. Let's switch it up. We'll give the boolean and you'll write the expression like the example above. Fair enough. For each boolean value in the editor, write an expression that evaluates to that value. Remember, comparators are equals equals, exclamation equals, greater than equal to, less than equal to. Use at least 3 different ones. Don't just use true and false. That's cheating. As in, don't just type the values true and false. I'm just gonna throw in different equations, expressions. That's the right choice. Create comparative statements as appropriate on the line below. Make me true. 3 is less than 5. We already did that one. Make me false. 42 is less than or equal to 43. Yeah, that's right. Super edgy. Make me true. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 does not equal 0. Make me false. Can I mix numbers and strings? Do we get crazy? I want to do something ridiculous. Like 27 equals cat. But I don't know if it can do that. I think I'm just gonna... I think that's confusing. To that. I don't think it's gonna know how to process that. We'll keep it simple. 27 equals 21 plus 3 times 2. D to the power of 1. Right? Ah, make me false. Just kidding. Well, we'll change this. 29. There we go. Problem solved. Alright, we're gonna go big for this one. True. 1. How many do I need? I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do 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 do. Dum 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 dum. Dum 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 dum. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, we're going big. 7, 8, 9, 10, and back down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Equals 100. D. Does that look good? Hopefully. That is true. 3 is less than 5. Make this false. 43 is less than or equal to... Oh, God. 43. Oh, God. That's gonna come up wrong. 43 is not less than 19. Make me true. That's why we double check our work. Blah, 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 blah does not equal 0. That is accurate. 29 equals... That was 21 plus 6, 27. That is false. And make me true. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 plus 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 equals 100. Yeah, believe it, people. Death. Oh, God, I threw it off. Oh, is it because it's on a different line? Code looks a bit off. Check the hint. Go off the error. Is it too long? Ah, we threw it off because of the plus sign. There we go. We're good. We're golden. Submit. Ta-da. Yeah. Let's clean that up a bit. There we go. How do I close that guy? Save and submit. Boom. See? Counting up to 10, and then counting back down from 10 to 1 equals 100. Yeah. Alright, next section. To be and or not to be. Boolean operators. Compare statements and result. What? Compare statements and result in Boolean values. Ah. I totally skipped the bolded part, which makes that sentence make way more sense. Boolean operators compare statements and result in Boolean values. There are 3 Boolean operators. 1, and, which checks if both the statements are true. 2, or, which checks if at least one of the statements is true. And 3, not, which gives the opposite of the statement. We'll go through the operators one by one. Look at the table, look at the truth table in our editor. Don't worry if you don't completely get it yet. You will by the end of this section. Boolean operators. True and true is true. True and false is false. False and true is false. False and false is false. True or true is true. True or false is true. False or true is true. False or false is false. Not true is false, and not false is true. Ta-da! Little repetitive, but we follow. We can follow. Next. Now, understanding different than implementing. And. The Boolean operator AND returns true when the expression on both sides of an AND are true. For instance, 1 is less than 2 and 2 is less than 3. That is true. Versus 1 is less than 2 and 2 is greater than 3. That's false because both sides need to be true. All right. Instructions. Let's practice with AND assign each variable to the appropriate Boolean value. See, again, just look at the beginning of the word, just kind of guess. The other half is just, it's all noise to me. Doesn't even matter. I just check out. Let's practice with AND. Assign each variable to the appropriate Boolean value. 1. Set bool 1 equal to the result of false and false. 2. Set bool 2 equal to the result of blah 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 and blah blah blah. Set bool 3 equal to the result of 19 blah / and false. Set bool 4 equal to the result of blah blah blah. Set bool 5 equal to the result of true and true. There's a lot of little intricacies here. A lot of negatives and parentheses. I understand the true-false table, but due to the I'm gonna call it noise of each of these, I'm gonna copy and paste. However, from there we will analyze. Set bool 1 equal to the result of false and false. Yeah, we're just gonna take this, copy. Set bool 2. And 3. Four. And 5. Here we can visually see a lot more clearly what they're getting at. So bool 1, false and false, which is true. Both sides of the AND are equal. 2. All this noise, negative, 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 which is just flipping the symbol, so that's -2, but negative, -2, really positive 2, but this is negative that, so it's really -2, however, it's the negative version of that, so we're positive, is equal to -2, and 4, wait, -2, +2, -2, +2, yep, equals -2, that seems not so accurate. 4 to the 0.5. Let's see, I'm going to throw that in the calculator. Something seems off. Unless my math or interpretation of the negative symbols is throwing me off, but I don't think it is. Although I've gotten all the math problems initially wrong to some degree. So, you know, keep that track record in mind. Do 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 do. 15. D D D D. Oh God. D D D D D. Ya da dee. Ya da da. Clear. Ya da da. D D D D D. D D D D D. D D D D D. Life is like a hurricane here in Duckburg. So this is accurate. I don't think this is accurate though. I'm pretty sure that's going to come false. Uh, 19 modulo 4 is some remainder, which is not 300. Well, 300 divided by 10 divided by 10. Yeah, we'll see. And false. We're just going to hit enter. We're going to hit enter. Also, I need to get out of the calculator, back to the chat. Yeah, good. So that's all accurate for some reason. Fascinating. I was totally wrong about this for some reason. Interesting. Next. Okay, or. Am I supposed to be typing? Am I missing something? I feel like just copying them. I know copying sucks at, or, you know, it's just sucking the fun out of it, I suppose, but something seems off. Or, the Boolean operator or returns true when at least one expression on either side of or is true. For example, 1 is less than 2, 3 is greater than 2 is greater than 3. So that's true. 1 is greater than 2 or 2 is greater than 3, both are false. Alright, I feel like it's the same thing again. Set 1 to this, set 2 to that, 3 to this, 4 to that, and 5 to that. Oh. Yeah, this is just a lot of... a lot of noise, frankly. Maybe they just want us to see, to get a good understanding of how the concepts work. That's probably the goal of it. That's the goal of it. Just to get familiar with the content and how it functions. This has the potential to be very powerful and intricate, right? So, you know, there's that. Green, check, nice. We go back and look at it. Go back and look at it. Death. We're looking at the first 3, that's it. Rather, I'm turning this car around. No more. 2 to the 3rd power. 2 times 2 is 4, times 8. Well, not times 8, but times 2 gives us 8. 108%. Modulo 100. Yep, that's 8 and 8. Nice. Or Cleese is equal to King Arthur. One of those is true. Yes, or that is accurate. True or false? Yeah, one of those is true or false. 10, 50 or false? Yeah, that seems accurate. True or true? Also true. And yeah, good. We made it this far. 1 for 100. 1 to the power of 100 is still 1. 100 to the power of 1 is still 1. Or blah, blah, blah. We've got 6. 1 doesn't equal. That's not true. Which is why it's supposed to be false. Okay, there, they have it. We did all 5. Success. This is going to be a well-earned badge, not due to the content produced by us, but by the willingness to push forward through this. dear Lord. Note. Not note. Just not. There's a clear lack of E after not. Not. The Boolean operator not returns true or false statements and false for true statements. For the example, not false will evaluate to true, while not 41 is greater than 4. Well, not 41 is greater than 40 will return false. Not false will evaluate to true. 41 is greater to true. 41 is greater than 40, which is true, but this is not true, which means false. Okay. Very roundabout way, but it's absolutely viable some way for something. That mechanic will be used eventually. I'm sure it's used all the time. Set bool 1 equal to not true, not 3 to the power of 4, not 10 modulo 3, 3 to the power of 2, and not false, which is not false would be true, which is it going off the not or the final product? This is like the 2's in the parenthesis again. Or the negatives. Not false. Is that a triple negative? I don't know if I count false as a negative. That's more of a fact. Doesn't matter. Still have to copy it. Still have to copy the noise. Copy 1. Keep this party moving, right? Right? Okay. D. Ta-da! Da-da-da-da-da-da. 3 sections done. Although we really didn't look at that section. We're picking 2. Alright. Not true is false. And 10% modulo 3 goes in 3 times. We're left with 1. This goes in 5 times. We're left with 0. 1 is less than or equal to 0, which is also false. It's not. So that's not false, which means it's true. Dear God, these are roundabout. Who's doing this stuff? I'm assuming it gets used more for strings. Maybe it's used more for value or integers and equations, expressions, but good God. This and that, or this, but not that. Okay. Another wave of equally confusing and repetitive bits. Boolean operators aren't just evaluated from left to right, just like with arithmetic operators. There's an order. Boolean operators aren't just evaluated from left to right. Just like with arithmetic operators, there's an order of operations for Boolean operators. 1. Not is evaluated first. And is evaluated next. And or is evaluated last. For example, true or not false and false returns true. If this isn't clear, look at the hint. Parentheses, ensure your expressions are evaluated in the order you want. Anything in parentheses is evaluated as its own unit. Okay. First, let's focus on this bit. Following these rules to get that. Not first, then and then or. So not false is true. This whole bit is true. So we've got true and false, then and. So this is tied together because of the and. So we've got not true, or we've got not false, which is true, and false. So we've got a set of true and false. True, then we go to or. True, or this whole bit, which is true. And because it's and, it returns true. Mainly focused on that side. And again, if it isn't clear, you get to go through. Because that's what Codecademy is for. But we follow. We're sticking it out. Okay. So we got true. Parentheses, help group things together. Like so. Assign true or false as appropriate for bool 1 through 5. Set bool 1 equal to the result. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing in the last ones? Is this all making sense now? Was I supposed to just be writing true and false for all this nonsense for the last, like, 3 things? Am I that guy? I'm one big dumb idiot? Is that me? Can't believe it. I'm just, like, waltzing through, copying and pasting and hitting submit, getting green checks for no reason. Can't believe you. Alright, now. Let's practice with and. Assign each variable the appropriate Boolean value. Set bool 1 equal to the result of false and false. True? Set bool 2 equal to the result of blah 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 equals that, and blah 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 equals this. I still think it comes out to false. This makes more sense. This feels correct. I don't want to click the hint yet, but I think I'm on the right path. You big, dumb, stupid, just clicking. Yeah, let me copy and paste and hit save and submit. Oh, God. You don't deserve food. Although I am hungry. I'm trying to figure out what I should do for lunch. Does top ramen count as lunch? Probably gonna do top ramen. Love ramen. Although not quite the same as going out and getting authentic, legitimate ramen. But, you know, we're at home. Okay, what now? We're on 3. Set pool equal to the result of, okay, so 19 modulo 4 does not equal, yeah, so 300 divided by 10 is 30, divided by 10 is 3, and 4 goes into 19. You know what, regardless, it's something and false. So false and false equals true. Is that what's happening? I shot in the dark. What is that? 4 times 4 is 16. It goes in 3 more times. You're left with remainder 1. is not equal. So that's true and false. Both sides of and are true. So true and false is going to return false. Because one's false, then we know it's false. Both need to be true for it to be true. If one side is false, so we'll do that. If one side is easier to process, and if it's true, then that's that. So one asterisk, or one... Okay. We're getting there. Holy God. Math on a Saturday. Hell yeah. Spend your weekends doing math, kids. This is what fun looks like. One. And there's the negative in front. 1 to the power of 2 is 1, so that's negative 1 is less than 2 to the power of 0. Can't use 0 as an exponent. Well, I guess you could, but doesn't it just come out to 0? 2 to the power of 0 is something. Yeah. I know, cat. 2 to the power of 0 is blah. Da 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 da. It's 1. Oh, because it's 2. Because if I were to do 2 to the power of 1, then it would be 2. Versus if I did 2 to the power of 2, then obviously it would be 2 times 2, and that's 4. 2 to the power of 1 is just 2, but 2 to the power of 0 is 1. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright, so that leaves us with, yeah. That leaves us with a friggin' headache. That's what that leaves us with. So we've got... one to the power of 2, which is still 1. Negative 1 is less than 1, because that's a positive 1. That is true. On the right side, 10 modulo 10, that's 0, is less than 20 minus 10 times 2. Actually, 10 times 2. Well, no. Okay. Multiplication first. 10 times 2 is 20. 20 minus 20 is also 0. Those check out. So that whole thing is true. This should not be taking that long, but I haven't had to do math in a long time. Long time. Little cat, you're so sleepy. Look at you. Look at you. Yeah. You stay there. I'll keep doing math stuff. Cool? Cool. Rule 5. True and true equals true. And when this blows up in our face for being wrong, we've got the hint button. Double check your value for bool 1. Oh, 2 falses. Just kidding. Just kidding. False. There we go. I saw both sides as equal. False and false in my mind. But it needs to be true and true for it to be true with and. Alright. So, that was fun. Now we get to do that again over here. Or... Okay, so quickly, let's just tackle, if any one of those is true, it will be true. If any one of those is true, it will be true. If any one of these is false, it will be false. Wait. The bool operator OR returns true when at least one expression on either side of the OR is true. So although that's false, let's double check this. This we already did in our heads. We know that is 8 and 8. So this will also be true. Here we've got 100. What is half of its? A quarter of its exponent? I don't need. Fuck that noise. Breaking out the friggin' calculator again. Can't believe them. 100 asterisk 0 0.5. This is brutal. 10. Alright. It's 10 is less than. No, 10 is greater than or equal to 50. So that's false or false. So the whole damn thing is just terribly wrong. This is so painful. Day 42 turned out to be hell. The last section was great. This section has been a friggin' nightmare. Okay. I was just not mentally prepared to do any math at all. That's my issue. Alright. 1 to the power of 100 is still 1. 100, is still... 1 to the power of 100 is 1, yeah. And 100 to the power of 1 is 100, so that's gonna be... That's false. Right? Yes. You are 1. You are 100. 3 times 2 is 6, times 1 is still 6, which does not equal 5 plus 1, which is 6. 6 and 6 do equal each other, so that's false. Both are false, which means this entire thing is false. Submit. Ta-da! Green checkbox. Unbelievable. Okay. We've made it to the not. Not. The Boolean operator not returns true for false statements, false or true. Not true is false. Just tells us straightforward. Not false is true. Not true is false. If it says the other way, if we don't want to do it 1 and then 2, we could also look at it as eliminate these and then, 1 and then 2. So not false, which would still be false. So yeah, good, not true is false, not true. Not false is true, which leaves not true, which is false. We get to get rid of this. Alright, we are slowly getting there. Oh, 3 to the power of 4, you. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 times 3. 7 times 3 is 21. 3 times 2 is... fuck. Using myself. 6. Everything hurts. We're gonna use the calculator. We need food and less math. What happened to fun Python, right? Python used to be so enjoyable. Like, an hour and a half ago. Who remembers that, right? When there was fun in the room. Now it's just tears and math. Which I think is hilarious, but, you know, to each his own. 81, kids. It's 81. Should have just done it in my head. But I'm not that cool. At least not today. 81. Oh god. Should I be doing that? Should I be changing this? I should not be changing that. Leave the 81. 4 to the power of 3. Well, we've got 4 times 4, which is 16 times 4. Ta-da, 64. So 81 is not less than 64. So that's false. Not false is true. Good God. They need to add Boolean sections into Skyrim. Imagine you go to open a chest, you pick the lock, and then boom, you're hit with a Boolean prompt. Figure this out. Death. Ugh. They'll have a math constellation of all the operators. So ridiculous. Okay, did I type out, or I totally gave up? Yeah, it was false, but it was not false, so it was true. Okay, that's what that was. We are on the verge, the edge, little cat. You're on the edge. Okay, 10 modulo 3, that leaves 1, which is supposed to be less than or equal to, 2 goes into 10 5 times, and there's nothing left over, so that's 0. So 1 is not less than or equal to 0. So that's false, but not false is true. Nothing is real anymore. There is no spoon. That's what this is. The not section is the matrix. The agony. See, this is what I want to capture. I don't want to capture the good stuff. I don't want my Instagram feed to be full of happy things, or my stream to be the awesomeness. No, I want it to be the grueling, painful, the real side of the onlines. Yeah, just the gritty, mind-numbing it's out there. The dream takes hard work. You want to learn to code, you get to do this. Woohoo! Tons of fun, right? Right? Back to chat. Alright. 3 to the power of 2 is 3 times 3, so we've got 9. 4 to the power of 2, which is 16. 9 plus 16 leaves us with 25, which is not equal, apparently, to 5 to the power of 2, which is 5 times 5, which is 25. So we've got 25 does not equal 25, which is yet again false, but not false is, to our surprise, true. Holy hell. Submit. Green. Success. Unbelievable. Friggin' believable. We made it out alive. Now that we understand the pain and fury of the activities they're requesting. Oh, God. This is the best Saturday ever. This is what I want. I love how soul crushing this is. Too funny. Alright. This is also what it takes to beat a Legend of Zelda game to 100%. Completing all the side quests and all that noise. Yeah. That same can-do attitude when you've given up all hope. See, this is inspiring. This is way more inspiring than the highlight reels of Instagram or Facebook or social media. That's all fake nonsense. Trying to get you to be motivated. But this, the real hard work, this is what actually leads to stuff. Or my favorite, when it doesn't lead to anything, right? But that's real. And real and truth is somewhat inspirational on a small level, right? To those who look for it. What are we doing? We totally got sidetracked. I've just completely lost my mind. I need food and to not be doing math on a Saturday afternoon at 5:30 for fun. Let's keep chipping away at this. Alright, this and that, or this, but not that. Boolean operators are just evaluated from left to right, just like with arithmetic operators. There's an order of operations for Boolean operators. Not is evaluated first, and is evaluated next, or is evaluated last. For example, true, or not false, and false returns true. If this isn't clear, look at the hint. Parentheses ensure your expressions are evaluated in the order you want. Anything in parentheses is evaluated as its own unit. Instructions. Assign true or false as appropriate for bool 1 through 5. Set bool 1 equal to the result of false, or not true and true. What? Oh, little kitty, this hurts so much. But you're so sleepy and you have no idea what's happening. She's in dreamland while I'm in hell. Perfect. Alright. Set bool 1 equal to the result of blah. False or not true. So this is opposite of their first. Oh, God. Of their first example. People fall asleep on Twitch all the time, right? It's only an issue if you're partnered, I think. We'll find out. when I'm passed out learning Python and 8 hours of live stream go by, we'll find out if I still have my Twitch account. Okay. They do not first, then and, then or. So, all that noise in the beginning. Not true, which is false, and true. So, false and true. Ands have to be true on both sides. So we've got a false, so that comes to false. So false or false, and ors return a true value if one side is true or not. So since both are false, we're left with false. That making sense? Is anyone out there also following along with this? Dear God, hopefully not. Who in their right mind? That's what I want to know. I want to know the person who's watching this Oh god, at some later point in the future. Why would you be subjecting yourself to this? That's what I don't get. I mean, there's probably like 1 or 2 people on the planet who might subject themselves to this nonsense, but I don't know. Maybe I don't want to meet them. Maybe it's better. Who knows? Who knows? Okay. Rule 2. Equal to the result of not true, which is false. So it's reversed it. This is the same spiel as last time. Really, I feel like the or is the crux of it, because I almost, you get what I'm saying? Like, since it's ending with or, I feel like the fact that if there's an or involved, and there's a true, well, maybe that's it. Maybe we just learned something. If there is an or involved, without parentheses, of course, and there's a true, then it would just default to true, right? I think we found a shortcut for that scenario. But anywho, not true is false. And false. We have false and false, which is fine, but that's still false. Or true, which it will return true since it's an or. So true. Equal to the result of, now we got parentheses going on, false or false. Neither is true, so that's false. So not false is true. True and true, return true. 4. Equal to the result of not true, or it pains me that this is enjoyable. I'm concerned because I don't know what that says about me. If I'm truly insane, or if I'm just losing my mind right now at the moment, or in the moment, or whatever that says about, or I'm just uncertain of what that says about me as a person if I find this activity fun. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. Anyways. Not true. Hold on. Take it down a notch. Alright. We do nots first, then and, then or. If there's no parentheses with an or and a true involved, then it's automatically true. But we'll figure that out. We're still going to process this whole thing. Okay, so not true. So not true would be false, but not false is true, and not cancel out. So this is in fact true. Don't mind the fact that it's tied to the or. We're focusing on the nots. We're just evaluating the values. We're left with not true over here, which is false. And now we look at the and side. We'll save the or for later. So we've got not true, false, and false. Both are false, so that's that. That's the false side, and we're left with a true and an or with no parentheses confining that. So we are left with true for 4. Man, I hope they pass out celebration cigarettes at the end of this, because dear God, this has been painful. Ugh. I feel like I should pick up drinking. Jesus. I think this is a celebratory moment worthy of scotch, right? I mean, when else does one celebrate with scotch? Oh, God. I should order a pizza. Doing my taxes sounds funner than this. More fun? Either way, this is a special activity. Making our way through it. Enjoy the suffer. Suffer hype. Yeah, that's gonna be a thing. Set bool 5 equal to the result of... This is just so terrible and so awful. I can't stop smiling from hating it so much and enjoying it at the same time. Love being that guy. Alright. False or not true and true. So we've got our parentheses. True and true. Both sides need to be true, so this consolidates down to one true. Not true, which means it's false, and false or false comes out to false. D. Submit. Green checkbox on the first try. Boom. I know that's not impressive, but it's still fun. Made it a little bit more worth it. Barely. Mix and match, even more hell. Yeah, love it. Great work, we're almost done with Boolean operators. Hashtag make me false. Bool 1 equals 2 is less than or equal to 2. And alpha is equal to Bravo. That's false. Which it is. Instructions. This time we'll give the expected result, and you'll see some combination of Boolean operators to achieve that result. Remember the Boolean operators are and, or, and not. Use each one at least once. Okay, what's happening? Because I'm about to do the most basic ones just to get this section over with. Use Boolean expressions as appropriate on the lines below. Make me false, 2 is less than or equal to 2, and alpha is equal to Bravo, which is false because of the and. Good. Cats are not... Oh... Hey, when you hold down C, it brings up all this other weird nonsense. Look at that. Huh. No? No K options? What about E? E's riddled with shit. Yeah, look at that. E and A and and E. Right? Yeah. Okay, what's happening? Something about cats. Cats not equal to... Oh, that's right, I don't care about doing some giant... Oh, but I need to do some giant thing. What do I do? What do I do? Okay. If you were trapped in the Python Boolean operators pit, what would you do? What's the most basic thing, blank and blank, without using true and false? ABC 1, 2, 3 plus or minus, or equals and doesn't equals. That's what we're gonna do. That's what we're gonna do. Okay. A does not equal, make this true, does not equal B. And 2 plus, do I have to do parentheses? I don't know if we have to do parentheses. We may or may not have to. And 1 plus 1 equals do. There we go. Struggling with that shift key, right? 2. That's good. And 4 not. Okay. Blank or blank. One needs to be true. Oh, both need to be false. B is equal to C. Or death. 3 is less than 2. We'll do 1. No, we're sticking with 2. Both of those are false. That's false. For or. And for not, make me true. So it needs to be not false, which is not death. Make me true. So we need to make something false. ABC. We'll try a little harder because in the next one true, we're just going to do not false to make it true. So we're going to put an end to this nightmare. ABC equals six. That's right, and not true. Oh, yeah. We'll leave it. No. 3, 2, 1. No, 1, 2, 3. There we go. There we go. And not false. Submit. Oh, thank God it worked. We're nearing the end. Slowly. So slowly. This is just awful. Terrible. Okay. Conditional statements. Syntax. If is a conditional statement that executes some specified code after checking if its expression is true. Here's an example of if statement syntax. If 8 is less than 9, print 8 is less than 9. In the example, 8 less than 9 is the checked expression, and print 8 is less than 9 is the specific code. Instructions. If you think the print statement will print to the console set response equal to y, otherwise set response equal to, quotes, no. Response. Answer. Left. Answer left. If. Answer left. What the? Print. This is the verbal abuse room. You heap of parrot droppings. Will the above statement print to the console? Set Y if you think so. Set N if you think not. Answer. left. If answer equals left, print blah 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 blah. Yeah, that'll print. I think it'll print. Hopefully. Do you feel like you're learning a lot from Codecademy? After 42 days, yes. I think so. Yeah. I definitely feel like it's all extremely basic stuff. I had attempted a Codecademy prior, like probably 3 or 4 years ago, and I learned HTML and CSS, and they didn't have as many courses as they do now. They offer way more courses now. I definitely think it's better quality. It looks like their forums have a lot more like people active in them. But do you feel like you're retaining it? So that's kind of the thing that I was getting to. I had attempted Codecademy a couple years ago, and I did HTML and CSS, and then immediately moved to JavaScript. And they had it was like code your own adventure game, and it was only supposed to be like 10 lines of code, but I did some 80 code monstrosity with my brand new basic terrible understanding. And I did like a 16-20 hour binge of coding, and I kind of retained some basics, but I always I never did more coding after that on Codecademy because I always wanted to do this binge coding. But that's not really how you learn stuff. Like if you were to learn a new language like Spanish or French or German, you want to be able to do it, or any skill, every single day. So when I started doing this, I've only been doing little segments, one section, and I'll code anywhere from like 30 minutes. Well, I stream it, as you can see, like 30 minutes to an hour to 2 hours maybe every single day. And I've learned and retained a lot more by doing it every single day in small increments than I did in some 16-20 hour, whole day of binge coding all through the night. So I definitely feel like I'm retaining it a lot more. The other thing by doing it day by day and in little bits is, again, it helps with that retaining, but I've been able to see, I haven't come to Codecademy to just learn how to do HTML and CSS, binge learn it, and then just go do website stuff only. I've been learning all the different languages. I think I've learned 7 different languages. I've learned command line, HTML, CSS, how to use Sass, which is integrated into CSS as well. And so I've seen a lot of commonalities, especially with like commenting out things, just the different formats and syntax and how they integrate. So I've got a much better understanding the way I've been going about doing it daily and trying to learn all the languages that they have through Codecademy. So yes, I'm only on day 42. It's still very new. A lot of the content is very basic, but I do feel like I'm learning the core ideas very well, and it's especially with that repetition. Are you trying to become an engineer? No, this is just some side project thing. Honestly, I'd like to just be gaming on Twitch every single day. I do want to stream coding. It's just my current, I know I can stream directly through my Xbox One, but I also want to stream some of my Wii U games, and I've got older classic consoles, and I have one of the Elgato HD 60Ss, but I have an older Mac Mini, and it doesn't have a processor that's good enough. It's an older dual-core i5, but I need a newer quad-core i7 to handle the newer Elgato graphics cards, or capture cards. So I can't really stream games, but I wanted to get my Twitch, I guess, profile going up and running, or my Twitch channel up and running. So I needed to find something else that I could, one, do daily, because I'd go like weeks without streaming or days without streaming. So coding on Codecademy every single day kind of help achieve me get better at doing Twitch and streaming every single day. It keeps me on track for coding every single day. So it's just, and it gives me something that I can stream with my current computer setup. So it's kind of a culmination of why I'm doing this. But career-wise, I mean, in the end, yeah, I'd like to code, whether it's personal stuff on my own, if I'm just creating an app or something, if it's a small project, or if it leads to a career. Probably, honestly, the closest career that I could think of that would probably be easiest is would be like user interface design, just showing that I have the understanding of what it takes, because I'm also the type of person where I like to learn the backside, all the inner workings of how something works. So user interface is cool. I'm sure you could get a designer to do just designing it, but I would like to know, at least for me personally, I'd be curious on what does it take to make those objects and that design possible. So yeah, just kind of a side project in the meantime. So, but it's good. I've been enjoying it. The next thing I'm gonna look at though is free code camp. Again, I'm trying to complete everything on Codecademy. I haven't paid for the pro version. It's just all free stuff. But free code camp. I watched like the creator, the CEO, or someone high up do an interview, and apparently a lot of people who finish, it's all like public works projects, like people just post that they need assistance, like real small businesses or big businesses, and when people complete these real world projects, they've got some tutorial stuff, but then they have real projects that you can work on. Most people get picked up after doing like their first project, so I'll probably head to that. But the main thing is that the whatever interview I saw with, I'm forgetting the guy's name, he was saying that no one's actually completed all the courses on free code camp. So I think I'd like to try and complete everything despite getting any offers, but as a side project. So yeah, good times. Oh man, good luck. Yes, thank you. Appreciate it. It's going well. All right, back to tackling this. Conditional statement syntax. If is a conditional statement that executes some specified code after reading, checking. Oh, yes, we already read all this nonsense. We're determining if this will print, and we determined that yes, it will. Submit. Ta-da. Good. All right. If you're having, let's get some practice with if statements. Remember, the syntax looks like this. If some function blah, block line 1, block line 2. Looking at the example above, in the event that some function returns true, then the indented block of code after it will be executed. In the event that it returns false, then the indented block will be skipped. Also, make sure you notice the colons at the end of the if statement. We've added them for you, but they're not, but they're important. Okay, cool. So, colons are important. Just like in the human body, they are important. They are also important in coding. So, pro tip. Respect the colon. Instructions. In the editor, you'll see two functions. Don't worry about anything unfamiliar. We'll explain soon enough. 1. Replace the underline on line 2 with an expression that returns true. Okay. So we'll be replacing that guy. 2. Replace the underline on line 6 with an expression that returns true. So we're changing both to something that returns true. If you do it successfully, then both success number 1 and success number 2 are printed. Define using control once. If return success 1, using control again if return success number 2. Print using control once, using control again, with an expression. Looking at the example above, in the event that some function returns true, then the indented will be... I'm confused. I think I just put true, or I put once, or again. Not sure. We're going to take a look at the hint, because I am... Just any function. Okay, gotcha. Wow, they were talking about literally anything. Why not just write true then? We'll do 1 hyphen, or 1 less than 2, and 2 less than 3. Shall we begin? Save and submit. Cool. That worked. 13 of... Nice. 15. We are so close to the end. Else problems. I feel bad for you. Okay, else problems. I feel bad for you, son. Alright. The else statement complements the if statement. An if-else pair says, if this expression is true, run the indented code block. Otherwise, run this other code after the else statement. Unlike if, else doesn't depend on an expression. For example, if 8 is greater than 9, print, I don't printed. Else, C, I don't printed versus I get printed. Why is there such an oversight with their grammatical issues? Ah, people are trying to learn. All it does is cause confusion. Right, little kitty? Right? She's still licking herself. Okay, cool. So if false, print, that doesn't happen, else, print, you get printed. Cool. Complete the else statement to the right. Note the indentation for each line. Answer, 'tis but a scratch. Def, Black Knight. Answer, 'tis but a scratch. Return true. Else, return, make sure this returns false. I just type in false. Am I supposed to type in? We'll figure out. French soldier, if answer, go away or I shall taunt you a second time. Return true, else return, make sure this returns false. And more random equations. To complete your else statements line, the only thing you need to do is add false after returns on line 8 and 14. Okay, so we can just type the word false. Cool. False. False. Submit. Next. Did I break it? Oh, I just hit next really quick. I didn't even bother sticking around figuring out what the Black Knight actually did and said. Is but a scratch. Save and submit. Screen check. Why did nothing good get printed? I feel like all this was supposed to get... No? I don't know. They gave me a green checkbox. We're moving on. This whole lesson has been questionable anyways. I got 99 problems, but a switch ain't one. Hey, look at that. Look at you. You're awake after... How long have we been streaming for? Yeah, 2 hours. Good. And you were asleep an hour before we started streaming, so, you know, nothing like a 3-hour nap, and you're gone. Whatever. Stupid feline. You aren't even paying rent. Can't believe you. Alright, what are we doing? Okay. 99 problems, but a switch ain't one. Switch me. Elf is short for else if. It means exactly what it sounds like. Otherwise, what? Otherwise, if the following expression is true, do this. If 8 is greater than 9, print, I don't get printed. Else if 8 is less than 9, print, I get printed. Else, print, I also don't get printed. Okay. In the example above, the elif statement is only checked if the original if statement is false. On line 2, fill in the if statement check if answer is greater than 5. On line 4, fill in the elif so the function outputs less than 1 if answer is less than 5. Okay. This all seems terrible. Greater, less, equal 5 answer. If blah, return 1. If blah, return that. Else, return 0. On line 2, fill in the if statement to check if answer is greater than 5. So is that what I'm writing? Answer greater than 5, right? Make sure the if-else statements end with colons, which they do. The if expression do something, the other expression do something, else do something. Yeah. Greater than 5. I'm going to type answer greater than 5. Is that answer greater than 5? Hopefully. And function outputs less than 1. Answer is less than 5. Hopefully I'm reading this correctly. Maybe there's no answer. Maybe it's just the greater than, less than. Save submit. Aha, we were right. We were right. Honestly, I don't know if we were actually right because it printed all 3. I don't know if it was only supposed to print 1 or 2, but gave us a green checkbox, so we're moving on. This is the end, I believe. God, I hope this is the end of the section. 15. Thank God. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The big if. Really great work. Here's what you've learned in this unit. Comparators. 3 less than 4, 5 greater than or equal to 5, blah, blah, blah. Boolean operators, true or false. 3 is less than 4, which is true, and 5 is greater than or equal to 5, both true. Conditional statements. If this might be true, print, this really is true. Elif, that might be true, printed, that is true, else, print, none of the above. Let's go to grand finale. Write an if statement in the flying circus. It must include... Wait. Write an if statement in the flying circus. It must include if, elif, and else statements. At least one of and or not. A comparator equals, not equals, less than equal to, greater than, or greater than equal to. Finally, the flying circus must return true when evaluated. Don't forget to include a colon after your if statements. Good. All right. So, make sure that the flying circus returns true. Define the flying circus. Something. Start coding here. Don't forget the indent. The code inside this block. Elif. Keep going here. You want to add the else statement too. Yeah, I'd like to add the else statement now. Else Isn't there supposed to be printing for these things? Oh, I so don't remember. I'm still coming out of that friggin' Boolean section. Like, what was that? That was, yeah, 5 through 10. Completely fried my mind. I have no idea what's going on anymore. I mean, in general, I understand. My lack of motivation and interest and drive has been depleted, to say the least. You know, when you have the beginning of The Legend of Zelda, you have 3, or even in a Mario game, really The Legend of Zelda, you've got 3 hearts. Well, at least the older ones. Now they give you like 4 or 6 hearts. Ridiculous. Back in the old days, yeah, right? That's what I'm used to. They'd give you 3 hearts, and then as soon as you have less than 3 hearts, the game starts beeping at you. I'm still in the early phases of learning to code. I don't have 12 hearts to use, and I'm just super weary, down past 3 beeping. No, I'm still at 3. So if I'm not 100%, it's just like beeping death. That's how my soul feels right now. It's been that beeping basically the entire last 4.5, almost 2 hours. So that's where I'm at. I just want this to be over with right now. So their lovely hint section. That's what we're doing after that lovely statement. So else, flying circus, condition, if, blah, condition, blah, else, blah. Isn't there supposed to be printing going on? Right? I mean, look at this. Look at that. Throw 'em. Alright, start coding here. If 1 is less than 2, yeah, do that. If 2 is less than 3, don't even care. And else 3 is less than 4. 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4. Do I need to print something? There's an error. An exception was raised while running your code. See the console window for an error message. Indentation error. Expected an indented block. There's nothing beneath it. It's the print issue, isn't it? I know it is. Print? One? I don't know. This is so painful. We're gonna copy you. This physically hurts. Print. This physically hurts on an emotional level. Yeah. That's where we're at right now. 3. None of this makes sense. Submit code. Doesn't like that. Syntax error. File on the 3, else. The colon? Invalid syntax. No expression on that one. 3. No. It hates everything about me. Damn, damn, damn. we're going to look at condition, do something. If it does something, it will print. If it does another thing, it will do something else. Else, it's just else. That's what it is. There's no issue, it's just this. Fuck. Wait, we are getting close though. The flying circus returned no value. Did you forget to add a value to the return statement? Maybe. Cats returns true. Not make an argument. Okay, hold on. So it doesn't like that. Or yeah, we'll stick with cats. Flying circus should not make an argument. Son of a. Hey guys, really trying. The flying circus returned the value none. Did you forget to add a return statement? I think so. But don't you think it would be handy to highlight how to add a return statement? Instead of just yelling at me? You're gonna stay right there. I will be back. Death. Da. Don't mind me. Don't mind me. We're gonna take this from the beginning. Yeah. Def, clinic, print, something, print, blah. Answer, something or other. If answer equals blah, print blah, else answer blank or blank, print blah, else print blah. Clinic. What the hell is clinic? Right? No one even knows. No. Left. Next. Pair. Okay. Bool 1. Next. Bool 2. Next. Bool 3. This is painful. True and false and true and false and true. More stuff. We're going to find this. We will figure this out. You know, we probably should have just hit the Q&A forum for the last section, but I'm still trying. Just keep swimming, just keep swimming. What do? We swim, swim, swim. We're nearing the end. Okay, response Y. Answer left. If the answer, print this. Okay. So if is to the left, print is below. Define. Control once blah. If this, return success 1. All right, hold on. So this is interesting. We're getting there. If this, so def, we have our thing determined. If this, return blah. We haven't even gotten to else yet. Then we'd have if, else, something, other, and all that. But we need to return success 1. If it's that, return this. So don't do print, do return. We can have print later down the line, but we need to return something. We're going to do return 1, 2, 3. Aha! We're going to return it. That's why they say keep putting in returns. Next. Return true. Return false. Deal with it. So we're going to do return true, return false, and we're just going to do return true for all of them because we can. If else, okay, true, We're getting there. All right. Blah blah blah. If return 1, elif return blah, else return 0. So this is good. This is our friend. Next. Here we go. That was plus 5, minus 5. Here we go. Okay, look at this. We're gonna do 10. No, we're gonna do 8. If less than 8, no, if greater, than 8, return awesome. Maybe. Please don't hurt. I don't believe you right now. Wait, does it need to return true? Returns true. Hopefully, we're gonna try true. Return true if less than 8. Return false. I don't know, I'm just going off the whole return true thing. And else return. No, print 3. Yeah. Okay. Damn. Start coding here. We got so close. An exception was raised while running code. See the console for the error message. Syntax, invalid syntax, because it can't be blah. Oh, it was, let me go back. Hold on. I can feel it, like it's churning here. Answer equals if answer is blah. Okay. Find Black Knight. Find the soldier. Answer. Next. Define greater less. Answer. Okay. Answer is greater than 5. Answer is less than 5. No answer at all. Little Whiskers, we are on the verge of success. No. You move your toes, you're highlighting things. Damn feline. Love you. Look at that. Who's the cutest? You are, but later. So we're throwing in answer, and then we're gonna put answer in places, because we can do that. Okay. Sure. Return. Nope, I'm gonna leave it as print. And, right? Please, God. Flying Circus should not make an argument. You're a soulless witch. I don't know why that works. I'm not certain what happened. I'm glad I got the check mark. Clearly, after that much tinkering, something should work. But, I mean, my god. You think it could be a little more straightforward. Isn't that right? Get up on the bed. Who wants scratches? No, not you. You don't want scratches. Fine. You were adopted. Oh, continue. Close. Wow, that hurt a lot. Big Latin. See, back to offering 2. The consistency. Come on, right? Right. Just a little bit of consistency. That's all we're looking for. That's all we're looking for. Pig Latin. In the next lesson, we'll put together all of the Python skills that we've learned so far, including string manipulation and branching. We will be building a Pig Latin translator. That's Pig Latin for Python programmer. Okay, it clicked on something after you, but I don't know if your foot hit something, so if you could really not, that would be super duper awesome. You're typing spacebars everywhere. And now you're typing letters. You're an abomination to your species. Disgusting. I need you to move. You can sit in my lap, not on the desk. How many sections are... No, we're not doing 11. I do 11. Do I really want to deal with this another day? Or do we just get this out of the way now? My soul is crushing on the inside, little cat. Will you get your toes off the keyboard? This is hell. This is hell, little kitty. Alright. Break it down. Now let's take what we've learned so far and write a Pig Latin translator. Pig Latin is a language game where you move the first letter of the word to the end and add a. So Python becomes Ythonpe. Sure. Little cat, stop touching the Shure headphones. Python pay. To write Pig Latin translator in Python, here are the steps we need to take. Ask the user to input a word in English. Make the user enter a valid word. Convert the word from English to Pig Latin. Display the translator results. I think I'm going to save this for another day, because this is brutal. This is brutal. We already had too much fun for today, so we're going to save this for tomorrow. Right, little cat? Right. Alright, let's back out of this. Checking our account. 444 points. 4s across the board. Look at that. Look at that. 23% of the way to Python. 65 badges down. And fuzz everywhere. Look at this. You guys see that? She is napping on the desk. We're closing out. We are closing out. Little Whiskers. Ready to kill the stream? You want food? Yeah, you want food. Let's do this. Day 42 comes to an end. Tomorrow, Pig Latin. Day 43. Can't wait. Let's do this. Say goodbye. Kill the stream. Kill it.